Today we speak about the new telephone field, because in HTML5 we have now a field for telephone numbers. So let's try and use this. And here is the same form that we used last time with the number field. So if you have seen the number field, you know already that if I switch the automatic, you can take a look at the new TB number field. And if you go back the old way. So let's try out the telephone field. To go to our action, so we have here a sample action that is only log out the information about all kind of fields that we have set up for testing purpose, and it's not really doing anything else. And at last, after the log out, after the login info, it returns to the myself action, so it returns to itself. So let's go to the page. So here is the sample. So that's the number field sample that we stopped last time. And then let's try to implement the telephone field. So that will be TBTelField, and we have here also a lot of bindings. Let's start with the value binding and make it a tel. Make it shorter so it's easier to see. Make an PR inside, and let's refresh this page. So we have now a telephone field with a default HTML placeholder input a telephone number that is localized and can be overwritten, of course. So yeah, it is here the standard telephone field. So then let's make some other bindings. Okay, let's use the placeholder and say only tel, so that you can see the placeholder can be overwritten. I see I have forgot from some test code the submit button, so without that we can't really submit anything. Let me only refresh everything so that we have the submit button again, so I can submit and we can make the log out. So that means we have now the placeholder working with the tel. And let's see some other bindings. For example, we have already the display enter key. Disable enter key. If we set that to true, then if you here in this field and click on the enter, it goes to the next field and don't submit the form. Next, it will be, let's say, blank is null. That's mostly everywhere the same. That means if a blank field gets submitted to the server, it will use null if it can. Class is, I think, easy to, of course, you know already. That can be set, for example, to the Gampi classes, for example, normal. So that means it will be the width of the field will be normal. Of course, it has no meaning here currently. Oh, it has, sorry, it has some meaning, so it makes it bigger. So that's how it looks now. If we'll try, okay, we haven't implemented automatic yet. So let's make automatic to the value here is automatic. That is automatic comes from here. It switch a boolean, so that means we can switch to the automatic here. So then let's test it. Click on this on the switch automatic button, and you see now how the new automatic Gampi look of the telephone field looks. You have a telephone icon and a nice looking field. So what else we have is very important. Style size is not really required. Read only then the button and other tag string, all max length, name, ID, everything that we have in HTML5, and we also have in TreasureBoat now. So the bindings are here. Important is maybe the show call button. If I use the show call button and set that to true, and then let's test submit, we get a call button here. Of course, if you click here, nothing will happen, but let's, for example, I put a number in, for example, and then I go over hover over the call button. You can see in this area already it has the JavaScript is executing, and it has the tell function. That means on an iPhone it would call. I hope in the next OS 10 release it can call the iPhone from the Mac. If not, then it will start the Skype, and Skype will try to make the call. But like I said, it's only an option. You can use it if you like. You don't have to use it. And this button is also multi-language. So that means if I switch to a different language, like to Japanese, it will be in Japanese. So it is multi-language. Then let's make a second one. Let's copy this. Make a second one. We have a second. I prepare the second value. Tell2. So that means we have now two numbers. A second with it is also a test number, and now we have two fields. But sometimes you would like have one for telephone number, one for an SMS. So you can say in binding SMS is true. And let's just make a submit, and then you can see if the SMS is true, it gets the SMS icon, and the call button will be in send, and it makes an SMS here. It makes an SMS link, so that means on the iPhone it should make a SMS entry to this number. That's the TBTelField, and more other fields I will explain in future upcoming episodes.